So I was saying about the Jezebel spirit. Okay? You say that you crucified, humiliated Jesus. Jesus is Jezebel. But you won't believe that, will you? But I believe that like, like if I'm right, Jezebel in biblical times was related to Jesus. I just opened to Hecate. Horus. Well, my great granddaddy's name was Horus. Jezebel. Jezebel, as recount in the Old Testament, first and second book of Kings, in the Phoenician, I can't pronounce it, princess and priestess of Asherah, who was married to Heba, king of northern kingdom of Israel. Her name may be interpreted as meaning woman of all, or where is the highness, his highness. So that would be you see fall to be man, but there's always the counterpart. There's always the male and female, whether they're separate or whether they are as one body, which you class to be a hermaphrodite. The version of Jesus in the book of Thomas that said, about, we all know that Peter didn't like women, right? Right here. But you'll say, "Oh, but the Gospel of Thomas isn't accurate. It didn't even in the supposed to be in the Bible." Seriously, really go educate yourself because there's a lot of shit that's not in books. Right there, the Book of Thomas. Simon Peter said to them, "Mary should leave us, for females are not worthy of life." And who was the one that was crucified on the cross upside down? But didn't they say that Peter said that he wanted to have it done because he didn't feel worthy of Jesus, but yet he denied him? Peter was actually the one that, you know, did the dirty, not Judas. Jesus said, "Look, I shall guide her to make her male." Well, what would make a female male is the transgender, right? so that she too may become a spirit resembling Minos. Hmm. For every female who makes herself male will enter heaven's kingdom. No, on my channel is about confronting things. Referring to a myth of Bull, it may be interpreted in less flattering ways too. The Bible portrays Jezebel as the active and direct opponent of the passionate monist Elijah the prophet. Well, in religion, they will say that psychics are of the demonic, of the devil, but yet you don't realize that all your prophets that you speak about were psychic because they mean the same thing. The same as you have your false on both sides. Jezebel is violated for pursuing Jewish prophets and for allegedly encountering Israel of Asher, veneration, Asher. I didn't, about her being violent, I didn't read that in here. She came to me twice. Well, I think it may have been more than twice because I'm pretty sure she was the one that well, was the one that was standing in my living room behind the speaker between two younger East Indian young men or boys, one in a long black gown and one in a long white gown. Well, there was a big ass motherfucker who, if he stood up, he'd go about 9, 10 feet tall. And he looked pretty like he looked like a homeless man. But like fuck, he was big. Sitting on my couch, it was weird. And then at the other end of the couch, it looked like a big Mongolian man. If he stood up, he'd go close to 7 feet. So I'd say that was Genghis. The possibility that the Israelites were already worshiping Asherah without Jezebel's help is disguised in Raphael Petia's groundbreaking book, The Hebrew Goddess. Jezebel, notoriously, persuaded her husband to seize a vineyard he converted after the vineyard owner refused to sell it. See, is Jezebel also that version of, I'll ask, like Shiva? Because when I seen her she was about 12. She had long black hair. She was very gray in color, gray blue in color. She was wearing a long blue dress. Look, it's very like something you would see uh, before the 1800s, like what you would be in more ancient times too, the way the dress was. and she had big black eyes and long black hair. And she literally scared the shit out of shit. Chloe, I'm gonna I'm gonna cut this short. Okay? I'll come back in. I just have to go for now. I will come back in.